Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Ed Mermelstein, CEO of One and Only Holdings, a luxury real estate and investment consulting firm. Ed, it's great to meet with you. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much for having me.
And Ed, with the New York City real estate market pointing to signs of recovery following a recent surge in leasing activity, where are you seeing the surge in investment?
So it's actually picking up across the board. We're seeing quite a bit of interest in the bulk purchase space, especially we're talking about the broken condo units that are all over the New York area. Hotels are all of a sudden getting quite a bit popular, as well as retail. Retail that's been boarded up for quite a long time is seeing a little bit of a light of day. There are new businesses coming in. Now that the New York state government has said okay to the THC CBD space, so we're starting to see quite a bit of interest in there as well.
How will the 2021 mayoral election impact investor buying sentiment?
So yes, that's something that everyone's looking at right now. And at the end of the day, if there's not a business-friendly mayor coming into New York, we're not going to see businesses come back in any real way, especially when we are getting competition from the mayors and governors of places like Florida that are opening up their arms to new businesses, basically looking to attract anyone that's not happy with New York. So that's definitely something we're looking at right now, and hoping that a business-friendly mayor steps in.
What are the key months in real estate market and why?
So typically we're looking at the months right before and after summer. Mainly it's because it's just an easier time to move. Nobody wants to move during the winter time, both offices as well as residential. So the typical busy time we see is May, June. And then again in September, October, those are typically the busiest months for anyone moving both in their business and home.
And speaking of residential real estate, a lot of people fled New York City as a result of the pandemic, the cost of living, taxes, as you had mentioned before. Do you expect any sort of return, or is it really predicated on the administration that's coming in?
Yeah, so we're seeing a surge in rentals, and we're seeing a surge in purchases. Midtown is slowly coming back, and as we start seeing more and more businesses, for example, Chase, JP Morgan Chase is calling all their employees back. As more and more businesses do that, we're going to see the reopening of New York basically back to pre-pandemic levels. So the expectation is we're seeing it now. May and June are going to be the months that are the real determinative factor. I think once the mayor, and we'll see in June 22nd who the potential mayor is going to be, because that's the primaries for the Democrats that are taking place. So once that mayor is announced, and it's expected that we will have a Democratic mayor in New York, but once that's announced, my feeling is we're going to have a surge of people coming back to New York.
All right, Ed, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you so much, Jill.